The thing changes. I mean, you got the Miami Dolphins winning a couple games in a row now, so they no longer have the number one pick. That would be the Cincinnati Bengals. And this week, a quarterback flip-flop at the top.
Yeah, it's back to Joe Burrow, Ohio guy going to Cincinnati, based primarily on what we saw Saturday in terms of what LSU did to Alabama, specifically Joe Burrow, but also Joe Burrow's body of work this season. He has been off the charts good. Out of nowhere, I keep saying it every week based on what he did last year. His completion percentage is up 21 points from a year ago. He's just been lights out. Incredibly fun to watch. Makes a ton of sense in Cincinnati, where I don't think Ryan Finley's the answer based on one game where he did not play very well. Chase Young there is number 2. Who knows if he plays again this year? It does not matter. Pete's pointed this out consistently. He's healthy if he doesn't play. That's great news for whoever drafts him. Andrew Thomas feels an obvious need along that offensive line. Daniel Jones has played well, but he fumbles the ball a lot. How about you protect him? And then at number 4, we see Tua fall, quote-unquote, to the Dolphins. They still get their, franchise quarterback. I thought Tua played pretty well, all things considered, in that Alabama game versus LSU. 20 days removed from surgery. Yes, he completed barely 50% of his passes, but he made a lot of consistent throws under a lot of pressure. I like what I saw. Jerry Jeudy, the best receiver, route runner in this game. And then at number 9, the second best receiver, and it's a close one, with CeeDee Lamb, who had another monster game, this time against Iowa State. I love both these receivers, and it's going to be interesting to see which receiver ends up going first overall. Judy's a better route runner. CeeDee Lamb's a better yak guy right now.
It's going to be interesting to see how the quarterbacks go in the top 10, Pete, because we typically see teams trade up to take them. They're too worried about other teams leapfrogging them. But with Washington, you would assume that they've got their quarterback for the future in Dwayne Haskins. The Giants, same thing with Daniel Jones. However, again, if Miami wants to make sure they get the quarterback that they want, they'd look to trade up with either one of those two teams to ensure that they do get Tua Tagovailoa in this scenario. I do think his performance didn't necessarily change anything in my mind. He was playing on one leg by the end of that game. And as far as Joe Burrow, I think the hardest question you got to answer is, why is he so much better this year than last year? I mean, you heard Ryan mention 21 points as far as his completion percentage. Already twice as many touchdown passes as what he had a year ago. Is it the body, the people around him maturing, growing, that maturation process? Is it Joe Brady, the pass game coordinator? It's hard to put your finger on it. Either way, you can't overthink this one. It would be hard to pass him up, and especially when you look at past drafts. Kyler Murray, for example, who's looked phenomenal as a rookie. I do think Joe Burrow's going to win the Heisman, and this is going to be another guy that probably should go number 1 overall.
Well, the offense is with the times now. I mean, the LSU offense over the years, remember they had Beckham and Landry and Ruben Randall all on the same team, and they didn't throw the football. Now they're with the times, and he's playing
to that.
That was
like 6 years ago.
And think about that. They didn't throw the football. Now they're playing to it, and he's comfortable in it. I would personally, if I'm at the top, I'm taking Burrow. He's my guy.
Who are the teams, in your opinion, that are in the market for a quarterback in 2020, Pete?
Well, I think the Bengals are first and foremost on that list. I think Miami's on that list. There aren't a lot, and we talk about it. Look, the Broncos, is he going to go back in? We'll have to see what he does with Drew Lock at the end of the year. The Bears, is he going to make his mistake on Trubisky? Trubisky looked good the other day.
For 3 drives.
Yeah, well, but he threw 3 touchdown passes. The Chargers, is Rivers going to come back and play?